up, honey love? What's up, girl? What's up, love, honey love? I see you. What you doing, Red Sonia? What's up, Sonia? Fat Mama Sonia. What's up, Fat Mama Sonia? What's up, Fat Mama Sonia? What's up, Mayday? Lord Mayday. What's up, boy? What's up, Lord Mayday? What's up, my boy Doc? What you say, Doc? What you say, Doc? What you say, Doc? It's my big boy, Doc. What you say? All right. Welcome back, y'all, to another week, another episode of Game Dog Talk. And of course, we got the legendary panel in the building. We got the legendary schoolboy, Mr. Richard Garcia. How you doing today, sir?
I'm doing good. Welcome to the panel and welcome to everybody in the chat. Thanks for showing up.
Yes, sir. We got the legendary roster man, Boom. What's up, brother Boom? Boom, I'm gonna turn your camera off.
Nah, go that way right quick.
Yeah, let me try to see how I turn off the Boom camera.
We ain't got Boom fucking nothing in the background, dude.
That's what I'm trying to get him to turn it off, just in case he don't pull out no pistol or nothing.
Yeah, I don't want to pull out and nut on the bitch on the track. Okay.
Yeah, but we got the legendary only American Kennels, brother Bakri in the building. How you doing today, sir?
Oh, peace and love, man. It's always good to be with my friends here on the panel. And we got the ultimate motherfucking chat room of all.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We're still waiting on walking down around Big Steppin to come in. But
you know, Big Steppin always come in late, man. He want that motherfucking, he want to come in with that. Here I am. God damn it. Here I am.
You want to be fashionably late.
Yeah, make an entrance.
Mm-hmm. Let me see if we got in the building. Quick roll call. ODG Bulldogs in the building. What's up, man? Mark Wonderlunch in here. Hugo. Asiatic Soldier. Let me see here. Michael Forgood.
You ready, bro?
Here, let me put Boone on mute. All right, put Boone on mute. All right, we got Caliango Kennels. I keep forgetting how to say your name, family.
Kalinago.
Okay, Kalinago Kennel. Salute to you, man. Man in the building. Dickie Foster. D.E. Vernon Starr. Let's see here. Cosmic Society. Salute to you. Cosmic Society came twice in the super chat showing love. Appreciate the support, man.
Thank you.
Much love.
Lefty American Pitbull Terriers. Death Valley Kennels. Vinny in the building. Let's see. Dickie Foster. Soul Power, a.k.a. Gamed Up Kennels in here. Jeremiah. Let me see. AJ. Let's see here. Got a lot of y'all up in here. Walnut, PA. 614 Tree. Salute to everybody in the building, man. Can't read all y'all, but thank y'all for being in here.
We got going hard in the motherfucking building. What's up, baby? What's up, baby?
Salute Going Hard Kennels in the building. All y'all up in
Salute,
here.
twins. A lot of good people here.
Yes, sir. Everybody here is good people.
Dickie Foster back in that super chat. Appreciate the support. Says salute to the panel in the chat. Yes, sir.
Salute Dickie. Good people.
Salute.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and get to first question we got here. First question we got from the questions from last week. It says, question for the panel. What dog gave your best dog its hardest run? I'll start with you, Mr. Garcia.
He wasn't my best dog, but it was probably the toughest match. He was a good dog, though. Clayton Blood. He's off of Big Red and Sissy. Bug-Eye was heavy bully son, hard biter. He punctured my dog's lungs. My dog was smart and fast, game. Outlasted him in 2 hours and 43 minutes. about 4 scratches made only, you know. Man, that was a hell of a show, man. Just kept going and going. My dog wouldn't let go. So I offered the guy to start scratching. And I told him I'd scratch first. And about 4 scratches later, it was over. Bug guy kind of wandered off. He showed some, you know, some staying power to go that long. He kind of wandered off to the side and took the count. But, and that was a rough go. My dog didn't survive. I don't know if Bug Eye did or not. But he was bred down from Stomper, all that heavy bully son. Looked like that stuff, a brindle dog. Big ass teeth. He could sink them, man. That would probably be the toughest match.
Yes, sir. What about you, Brother Bot?
Is that match or roll? I didn't know what did he put match or that was for just.
He didn't specify. He said, "This is historically speaking,
right.
Of course." Question for the panel: which dog gave your dog the hardest run? So I guess it could be either one.
So I'm gonna say Champion Dirty Red gave Tyrone a run. Tyrone didn't touch him for a whole hour and a half. All right, that was the hardest thing I seen on Tyrone when he was a year old. They went an hour and a half. Both of them ended up becoming 4-time winners, but that was a head dog from hell. Tyrone never touched him for an hour and a half. The win goes to Champion Dirty Red.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let me go to Rasta Man Boom. You back, brother? Let me see.
I'm with you.
Okay, brother Boom.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Huh?
Yeah, we hear you, brother Boom.
Okay, I'm with you.
What dog gave your dog the hardest run historically?
Historical. Back in the day, we were real. Well, you know, way back in the day. I had a dog called the Batman dog. He was a double-bred ZEBO dog, and I think Bill had one male where there was 2 brothers, and we put him on both of the brothers. We whooped one. I think it was under an hour, but the dog beat us up real bad. He wasn't the smartest dog in the world, but his style was, you know, real gruesome. He wanted your privacy. I ain't talking about your hind quarter. I'm talking about your privacy. And when he would get it, he closed his eyes, man. So I knew once he got him, it was over, you know. And then that second time, they came in with a bigger male, which I did him at 41. And they came in, I think Bill dog probably about 42, 43. Anyway, he was a couple pounds bigger than us. And we put him in there, man. And old dog, I mean, fucked us up, man. I ain't lying, man. I mean, had us, you know, shoulders all out of place and everything. But old boy endured that and took him out. Once he got back in that sack, it was over, man. But I knew once he got him back there, because, you know, think about it. You know, even, you know, dealing with a woman, right? And, you know, you see, you know, certain things happening. Shit, I don't know. I can't take too much of that shit. I don't know. Now, you might have some brothers out there, they can have that shit. I can't have that shit too good. I ain't gonna lie. You know, I think it's shit, man. When I see it and the dog's stomach turned black and blue, man, I was like, oh, it was nasty, but he was so bit up, man. I mean, I'm talking about, you know, the Batman dog, because old dog Bill had could bite like a motherfucker, man. And but we pulled through. We pulled through, man. And so that was real tough. That was real tough.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Another question we got here is how long should a good workout session last with your dog when conditioning him on the bike? Mr. Garcia.
I think at the peak, maybe, you know, depending on the pace of the dog, at peak, it was about an hour and a half. hour to hour and a half, depending on the dog. You know, that's 8 to 10 miles, maybe even shorter. You know, if you run in 10 miles, you know, they don't keep that steady pace. Dogs can run, you know, hell, 25 miles an hour. But once they hit a pace, it's somewhere around 7, 8 miles an hour. So, you know, it just depends on how the dog works, you know, how much you're going to push him. And that's with any workout, you know, not just the bike. I didn't really look at the time a lot. You know, I judged more by the miles and how the dog reacted to it. So once I felt comfortable, the dog did a certain distance, then I would increase it. And generally it was every 3 days I increased it about a half a mile up to 8 or 10 miles, depending on the dog. Like that Clayton Blood I talked about, he could do 10 miles easy. You know, not easy, but well, easy. He had great air, man. And it's just a matter of what the dog can do, you know, when to increase it, how much rest you give them and all that. Somewhere around that hour and a half.
Right. Okay. All right, welcome down, Ram. Big Stephen, what's up, bro?
Yo.
Big
Salute to
step.
everybody. How y'all doing?
Run down, man.
Man, I'm gonna ask you the first question, Ram.
All right, bet.
Historically speaking, of course, what dog gave your dog the hardest run?
Shit, that'd be Grand Champion Yatis, man. That motherfucker, boy. He was a motherfucker, you know. After seeing him go a couple of times and shit, you think you got him figured out, but he had a whole nother style in there waiting on your ass. You feel me? That was a tough customer. That's why I always get that motherfucker his props, because Red Jack was a killer. We'll discuss that later. But yeah, Yantis, man, that motherfucker, he was hard to beat, bro.
Awesome.
Yes, sir.
What was the style, if you don't mind telling me?
Well, before we got to him, he'd just bite you down. Like, before we got to him, like, no dog ever scratched back into him from school or nothing. And he'll bite you down and kill you or curl you out. You feel me? So he was a brutal, you know, Eli dog. I'll show you how he was bred. I'll put his pad up in the back chat. We could chop it up on it later on. But yeah, he was a good old fucking skull dog, man. Just good old game ass Eli dog, big motherfucker, bro. But when we got to him, we hit him in that brisket, and that motherfucker changed into a vicious nose dog, nigga. He did not come off our shit. We did not get to put our mouth back on him for the rest of the night, bro.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that DNK1, his dogs have a tendency to do that. Most of them are rough, you know, they fight rough. But if they got to go to the nose or the face, they'll do that too, which is, you know, that helps a lot, you know.
Yeah, hell yeah. That's the reason why we went out and got champion Mr. Hanky. You know, he's like, fuck that, we need some of that, you know. The game Eli shit, that smart Eli, not the dumb Eli, you know.
Yeah. They can change up, which is good, you know. Haley was like that. I think she was a daughter of Yanka. She'd go to the face, go to the nose, well, she'd swap out in the mouth, you know. And then they go rough too. They'll hit the front end and the stifle and shit, you know. But that Yantas, I never saw him go, but as an old dog, I'm talking 10, 11, 12 years old, you know, to watch him work like a tug of war or something, man. He did it strong, unbelievably strong, man, as an old dog.
Yeah,
you know?
he was strong all the way up until he died. OG, like.
Hey, can y'all hear me?
Yes, sir. We hear you, bro.
Yeah. Okay, for a minute there, I had lost y'all. I had lost
you. Fell off.
But I'm back. With you. Yeah, I'm back with you.
Yes, sir. All right, let me go to this.
Tay.
What's up, Brown Sugar Tay?
The queen in the building. The queen is in the building.
Let me go to you on this one, Brother Bach. What's some notable vitamins worth mentioning to add to a dog's feed?
Well, first of all, I think brother legendary goddamn Richard Garcia had mentioned before that you have to watch what you got in your dog food that you feed. Sometimes you can overly do something when you're adding something that is already in your feed. Me, I use raw I was using raw in my keep. So then I know that the supplements I was adding wasn't no dog food. So everything I knew what was going to my dog because I added it. You understand? So I mean, there's a couple of things that I had to have, and that was, like I said, arginine, citrulline, beetroot powder, just to name a few.
Right.
And but those was essential. And if you wasn't using, I was using the raw calf liver, but before that I was using the desiccated livers, right? So I had to have liver every day in my shit, but for certain reasons. But yeah, those was the main, I'll give out those right there, and they truly help a lot. I mean, I also use spirulina as well for certain things.
Okay.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
All right. What about you, Ram? You add anything? Vitamins?
Yeah, I would. Well, Bach just said fucking beet powder. I use beetroot. Get the same shit though.
Mm-hmm.
Same results. So yeah, the beets, that's probably the best game you're gonna get as far as some shit to add to your shit. And once you do it, you'll see why.
Right.
Okay. All right. Let me unless Mr. Garcia, you want to add to that, or I'll go to another question.
Yeah, I'll just mention two. I use the Dog Bloom VM Supreme. It's a vitamin mineral supplement. And there's another one called Genesis. You guys can look that up. Just look at the ingredients. It has all kinds of stuff in it. Both of them do. My buddy used Genesis. I use Dog Bloom. They work good. They're formulated for working dogs, sporting dogs, A lot of the testing done on Iditarod dogs, hunting dogs mostly. Back in the day, we tested the Bloom on pit bulls, and then my buddy reported the results back to the company. J.E. Roniker is the one who makes Dog Bloom.
Right.
And my buddy talked about that Genesis. He likes it, If you're just talking strictly vitamin, mineral supplements, commercial, but a lot of, the feed, other than adding something separate like Bach and Ram mentioned, food has just about everything in it. Liver has all kinds of vitamins and minerals in it, It's got iron and B12, beet juice or beets, all kinds of stuff that all kinds of foods that's where they get the vitamin mineral supplements from, to break them down into concentrate them.
And I will say, I almost forgot, I add real quick, it's two things you could give a cur too that'll make him not be a cur. Raw onions and baker's chocolate. You give him that shit and he won't be a cur no more.
Yeah, he won't be breathing either.
I just said he wouldn't be a cur. I didn't say we'll make him not a cur no more.
Yeah.
You could give that to a game dog and get the same result.
Yeah. Rasta man, you there, bro? Hey, Rasta man, count some.
I'm here. Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
Go ahead. All right. Yeah. Go ahead. I'm listening.
Rasta man, name a couple of vitamins that you put in your dog's feed or that you would recommend.
Oh man, you want to, like the guys said, be conscious of what you feed and what's in what you feed.
Yep.
So I feel like, any kind of, proteins that you feel be good for them, or if you following a nutritional diet, you know, make sure you break it down where it don't abuse the animal. You know, you done heard of people saying dog got protein poison and all that, you know. So you don't want to give them more than what they deserve. But the main thing is, before you start trying to condition a dog, make sure that you done ran a trial. Just to trial run. It's okay to just run a trial run, man. You ain't gotta go nowhere. You could be going to a confirmation show. Just run a trial run and let them run them treadmills and jump them the wall climbing and let them, you know, do all that stuff, man, and see how he fares, you know, with what you feed. If he running hot and staying hot, hey, we gotta change something. You know what I'm saying? But if that sucker running smooth and recuperating in like a minute or 3 minutes, boom, mouth shut, still digging and pulling, you like what you're doing right there. You see? So it's everything about being patient enough to try, you know, do your little trial stuff, man. It don't hurt to, you know, it's just like, okay, you say, I'm gonna take this girl out tonight. Okay, now before you get to a house, you done played the role through your mind. So like, you know, when I take Tay-Tay out, you understand me? I'm thinking like, damn, boy, you got to be suave, but you know, you gotta be careful what you say, cause she might knock a motherfucker out. You know what I'm saying? So you play them roles, you know, with yourself to make sure you're on your best behavior. You see?
Right.
So you ain't trying to get in the door on the first night or nothing. You just let, you know, 2 or 3 years, whatever time, because you have to wait on the woman. Let her, she'll let you know when it's time to do something. But and just like the dogs, if you condition them, they'll let you know if it's time to show them for a confirmation show. Now, that's for real, man. That ain't no bullshit. Ain't that funny, man? I'm telling you, man. So be patient, and you know, you try different things to see if it fit, you know, and go from there, man. That's the best I can tell you.
Yes, sir. Salute to the brother Meredith Campbell in the super chat, coming through with the 10-piece. He say, dog, man, dude, salute family, salute to you, brother.
Salute, Meredith. Thank you.
Thank you, Meredith.
Salute, Twin 2. Wish to you, brother.
Yeah, salute, Twin 2 in the building.
Hey, truth soldier, all my truth soldiers. Can I hear from you? Shout out to my brother 78 Sports, Schoolboy Action, Bacchus Reed, Bakari, and Ram the Run Dance Master.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What's up, Twin 2? What's up, Twin 2? God damn it.
Real bad man pon the street.
Question.
Hey, did Rasta Man say 2 years?
Yeah.
I think, you know, one thing about Boone, he wants to come up here and make everybody happy. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I figured that's what it
Boone ain't got
was.
motherfucking 2 days in his ass. Okay.
Man, if I ain't fucking on the first day, I don't want it. You go keep that motherfucker.
You guys go through too much trouble, man. That's too much trouble.
That's what I'm saying. First day king, man. If we ain't on the first day, you ain't grown. Get your little young ass out of here, bitch.
For me, the build up is that explosion, my brother.
Yeah.
So when you get it, y'all rocking that motherfucker, she kissing on you, you kissing on her, shit wetter than a motherfucker. You got them get the humping. Oh, baby. Oh.
Yeah, I'm a stud dog. I'm always
with a
ready
2 year wait. With a 2 year wait, you nutting on yourself before you even pull out.
You nutting on yourself in your sleep. Grown man with a wet dream. You wake up, your dick stuck to your leg. That's not cool.
No bullshit.
Hey,
After 2 years, I got 2 kids already, man.
Hey, look, it's gonna be so hard. Can you come back over here tomorrow? I said, I sure will.
Maybe
That's why
maybe
Boone
things
ain't
have
allowed to
changed.
be around nobody, family members, women, ever.
Listen, let me tell y'all this story, right? I was over this girl house, and man, back then they had them beds, you know, they squinch, squinch. So when I hit the door, she got to kissing me, I got to kissing her, boy. We got the goddamn, and we was going up the steps. She was pulling her shit off, I'm pulling my shit off. We hit the bed, man. I'm goddamn, we got that bed rocking, squinch. All of a sudden the door said, "Doom!" Nigga ran in there with a gun in his hand. I'm in the pussy. She jumped from under me. Ah, don't shoot him. Don't shoot him. I looked at that nigga like, you motherfucker.
Kick your doorway
said,
before
you stay right here, motherfucker. Hey, look, he said, you stay right here, motherfucker. I'll be right back. I ain't say shit. I was looking. He said, don't you move. I'm my dick standing up. She's screaming. I'm goddamn looking at him, right? Cause I'm trying to find my opportunity. I'm gonna try this motherfucker if I can. You know what I mean? Man, the nigga went out the door talking about, you stay right here till I get back. Man, I put my drawers on and I was running through the projects.
Now, see, that's,
I ran through the projects with my drawers on. Niggas was like, yo, bro, what you doing, man?
man, see, that's
Hey, Boone gotta let y'all know that ain't his first rodeo. He had another motherfucker trying to get in the motherfucking joint while he naked and had to go out the window again into a neighbor's house. So Boone got plenty of these motherfuckers. And they all real. I'm just letting you know.
But Buck, that's why Boone said 2 years, because he finessing them from their niggas. He taking them from their man.
Yeah, this nigga out there stealing niggas bitches, man. Straight finessing them out their pussy. The slow roll.
Yeah, he doing a slow roll. Slow in
That's
no nobody see it coming but him.
Yeah, but y'all go ahead, man. I'm just clowning.
Soul Power, aka Gamed Up Kennel's in that super chat. Appreciate your brother with the 10-piece. He said, peace, good brothers. Shout out to the greatest dog show on the web. Thank you, brother.
Much love, brother. Much love.
Thank you.
Shit, happy birthday too, cuz his birthday just passed.
Hey, happy birthday, Soul Power. Happy birthday, my brother. We love you, man. We love you. We ain't never met you, but we love you, bro. If you're a kin member of Ram, you're a kin member of all of us, brother. We love you.
Yeah, that's my boy right there. That's fam right there. Solid brother.
Samsung coming through heavy with the 20-piece chicken nugget.
Much love.
Says, appreciate you, brother. He says, question for each dog man individually. What was your absolute favorite phenotype in the dog? Short, squatty, long and rangy, proportion, terrier type, bulldog type. Which phenotype gave you the most success? I'll start with you, Brother Bot.
Well, we had this question before. Well, you know, we done been up here so long that each question then came a million times. But for me, it all depends on the dog that I'm using. If the dog had heavy mouth and was a specific chest dog or something like that, then I wanted mine to be stocky built, you know, big bone structure. And if I fought more or less the face and head area, then I like mine to be taller and longer and more rangier, that I can get to my opponents and they can't get to mine, being most likely the taller and longer dog. So it just depends on the style of the dog that I'm using. But like I said, for hard mouth, rough motherfuckers, I like mine nice and powerfully built. And for motherfuckers, like I said, fight the head, face, and shit like that, I like mine to be long and rangy.
Yes, sir. What about you, Mr. Garcia?
I like a Jeep built dog. Full stop. powerful build, thick bone. You know, got some leg under them, roach back, thick stifles. Other than that, if it's a, you know, I like the way the Bolio dogs were built. Mostly the Boils with Bolio in them. They had a cross in it. You know, a little bit thicker bone, good balance. You know,
Right.
You know, fight smart and rough like that. So those two. But if I had a preference, probably the Jeep type build. And of course, the Jeep crosses are better than the straight ones.
Okay. What about you, Rasta man?
Man, I love a rangy, big hindquarters, you know, broad chest, you know, not too wide, but, you know, and then too, I ain't gonna lie, man, like any dog that, you know, back in the day, as long as that motherfucker was good, fuck it, he all right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Shit. I don't give a hell damn if he's squatty, short and squatty, you know, but I don't want now look like no damn Dalmatian. You know, motherfucker look like a goddamn little, you know, little squatty hound. You know what I mean? I don't want nothing like that, but anything that you know, just want to stay busy, man. You know, I love them. You know, I ain't care if it was a Bully Son dog or REDBOY dog or Jeep dog or ZEBO dog or BOLIO dog. Boys, they don't make a fuck. Back then, as long as that son bitch want to go be there. Right. That's why I'm looking for that motherfucker want to be there. Be there. How you gonna be there, son? Right. You know?
What about you, Ram?
See, whichever kind that is scratch when it's his turn. No, cap it. I like a rangier, taller, longer dog, man, because just how my keep was. And I never really had too much luck with shorter, squattier dogs because it seemed like every time I showed up with one of them midget Mac motherfucker brought John Jones that night. And he just reach in there and hold me out all goddamn night, man. And it take my dog, he got to go through a whole lot to get to that good old chest spot. And, you know, it's a bitch healing that shit up, man. So I kind of stayed away from that after a while. You know, shit just didn't work out. But for my rail down keep too, how I do it, a taller ranger dog, it would fit better for them than a shorter squatty dog. You'd take a whole lot off them, and them niggas be looking like zombie land smokers.
Right. Yes, sir. All right. Another question we got here is, can you name some effective ways to remove the urine smell from a yard, Mr. Garcia?
I use bleach, basically bleach. You know, if they're properly hydrated and fed right, you know, the urine shouldn't stink that bad. You know, I understand. You know, like if you got sand, sometimes it'll stay there, or you got hard ground, it stays there. You know, so once a week, I just sprayed everything down with bleach. Like a 50-50 bleach. I had one of them bottles you put on a hose, you know, fill it up.
Right.
You adjust the nozzle to spray. But, you know, a lot of times when you're in enclosed, like a kennel or something like that, you know, if it's enclosed or you don't clean the yard, that ammonia smell, you know, it tends to stay there and stink, you know. You don't have like open area, ventilation, you know, or you know, even a yard that's, you know, you have your yard, if there's a lot of trees around or it's fenced in, you know, it has a tendency to stay, the smell has a tendency to stay in there, just like you know, like a jail cell or something, you know.
Yeah, right.
But that's all I use.
Yes, sir. What about you, Brother Bot?
Pretty much like Garcia said, if you talk more or less outdoors or indoors, I mean, was that pretty much an outdoor question?
Yeah, outdoor question.
Yeah, I mean, I pretty much stayed with the bleach program as well. You know, first of all, I'm using it to keep any type of shit down that can come up to it, not just the smell of the piss. And like Garcia said too, I'm one of those that put a whole lot of water in the food. I wasn't feeding my dog dry dog food where it would just be straight dry, because I always knew that when your dogs are pretty much closer to their weight and they're in shape, they don't drink a lot of water, but they will drink a whole gallon of water if they got to get to their feed to get it. So I put plenty of water in my dog feed, winter or summer, so that they stayed hydrated. And like I said, the piss smell wasn't that much. And I used bleach. I used fucking pine sol mixed with the bleach, all type of shit to keep the yard smelling good all the time.
Yes, sir. Brother Boone, your take.
What? Keeping the yard smelling good?
Yes, sir. Keeping down the urine smell.
Keeping the yard. Oh, the urine smell. Well, if you use the lime, if you put that white lime down, you ain't gonna be smelling nothing. It eat all that shit up. You know, you spread it. I mean, even the poop, you won't smell nothing, bro. It eat all that shit up. Keep the yard smelling good, you know?
Right.
And then too, you know, if you shovel up everything, and one of my friends, Butch, matter of fact, Butch Fox, he used to shovel his stuff up and put it in the dog food bags that was empty. And then he would spread it throughout his yard and, you know, run a water hose on it. Man, grass was so pretty and green, man. I'm telling you, man had one of the greenest yards you ever want to see, man. You pull up over there, I mean, grass pretty and green, man.
Right.
Just using the dog poop. And back then, we was using, what was the Joy dog food. Anybody familiar with that? If anybody out there listening to us, just shout out to us or say something to let us know you familiar with it, because a bunch of guys don't know nothing about it. But back then, you know, Joy was the dog food, you know. Everybody was feeding.
Okay. What's your take walking down around?
Hot water, ammonia, pine sol, and cat litter. I'll fucking put all the dogs up and fucking hook the water hose up to the hot water heater and blast all that shit, kill whatever is out there, bugs, everything, smell, bacteria, all that. And go over it with the pine sol, give it that nice piney fresh smell. Then I add the cat litter into the chain spot areas. It's usually like one box per area, so it can get kind of pricey, but you won't want to smell shit all summer. You do it like that, you know, your shit would be smelling like somebody clean ass kitchen.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just, before you go with some of the people in there, I forgot too. Yeah, I would fuck with the lime as well. Put the lime down quite often. But and yeah, the brother, like he said, inside that vinegar is vicious. I use that inside all day. That vinegar is definitely good for that urine shit.
Right.
And I say too, be careful when you using the bleach, because if the urine too fresh and shit, and you mix it with the bleach, you'll start causing making a little weak ass form of cyanide and shit. So if it's like fresh piss, you know, you got a bunch of dogs use ammonia, you'll get the same results as you would with the bleach, but you won't cyanide your dogs to death.
Yeah, that shit fuck you up.
It'll fuck you up too.
Yeah, do not mix ammonia and bleach. It creates a poison gas.
That's right.
Yeah. It'll kill you if you're in an enclosed area.
Yes, it will.
Yeah.
But if you took one of them curs home, you could clean this area up with that, and he'd be all right.
Yeah. Most of the dogs are allergic to lead, so.
A terrible allergic reaction.
Yeah.
Got a question for you here. Concerning the past, how prevalent was it that people were rubbing dogs? I heard about a lot of top dog men were rubbing their dogs. So that's what the brother question is. Let me start with you, Brother Bach. How prevalent was that?
Let me just say this. I never been rubbed. And I never rubbed. And like I know in this world we live in, there are people who wake up each morning to steal, rob, kill a motherfucker every day. Just like you got people who is not competitors, they just want to get your money. So rubbing is what they specialize in. So only thing I could say is knock on, well, shit don't matter now. But I mean, back then, I just never was rubbed. And it's all of the monies and all of the good competition back then. I can't. I mean, okay, I've heard, you know, like always, it's, you know, you got to watch for it. But I can honestly say I didn't ref fights, been in fights. I can't recall no rubbing going on at all. I'm sure it was out there, but you know, so somebody can probably say, "Well, I got rubbed," and I wouldn't question that person because they probably did. And again, some people who call rub like perfect. One of my boys called me, man, the motherfuckers rubbed me, man. And I was like, tell me what happened. So as he's telling me what happened and shit, I said, motherfucker, you just got your ass whipped. Ain't no fucking get no rub. Ain't no signs of nothing on your dog is a rub. Nothing. And some people just can't take an ass whipping and they say they got rubbed with no proof. Then you got some that really have the proof. But a lot of people who get their ass whipped convincingly and then sit there and say, man, I ain't never seen my dog act that way. Yeah, bitch, because you ain't took your motherfucking dog in no real competition in your roles. You happy to go beat up on Lonnie and Ronnie around the corner and shit with some C-class shit. Go out that motherfucker to an A-class dog, just like Arturo Gotti fucking Ward when he went into fucking Mayweather and he looked like he was gonna die in there by the 6th round. But he can go 12 rounds a million times with Ward. So I'm just saying, it's levels to the shit. So no, I'm just saying some people be saying that rub shit is full of shit. Just got the ass whipped.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's your take on it? How prevalent was the rub, Mr. Garcia?
Pretty much what Bach said. It's out there. Back in the day, some people, they actually had their dog tested, you know. They even posted in the Sporty Dog Journal before. It doesn't happen a lot, or didn't happen a lot, you know, but it does. Like Bach said, somebody, you know, you're going to find a way to cheat. But unlike him, I never had it happen. I never did it, never seen it. I seen, like you said, people said it happened. Even one of my friends said, you know, my dog got rubbed and this and that. I told him, no, man, no, you just got beat. Just got beat. It went an hour 25. They usually don't go that long if you get rubbed. And you know, the thing back then was nicotine sulfate, right?
Yeah.
So here's kind of a story. Bert Soros wanted to test it, right? So he put a rub on one of his, put that nicotine, you know, there's a process to make it. I forget how the process is. But he did it. He put it on his own dogs. It was on his own dogs to roll them. He didn't cheat. I'm not saying that, but he just wanted to see the effects of it. So the dog he put it on ended up quitting to the dog that didn't have the rub, you know. And his attitude, well, that shit don't work. It didn't do nothing, you know. He wanted to see the effects of it. And the dog that didn't have the rub, he wanted that dog to quit, you know.
I'm headed there, man. We just did a car show yesterday and today.
And the dog that didn't have a rub, he didn't like that dog. He wanted him to quit or whatever. But the dog that that had the rub on him is the one that ended up quitting. So in his mind, it didn't do shit. But I don't know. People are going to cheat, and I've heard it happen. And like I said, they publicized a couple of times before in the Sporting Dog Journal, you know. But I don't know, man. I never saw it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome down, Rabbit Stepping. What's your take on it? How prevalent was it?
Shit, it wasn't that prevalent, bro. You know, most motherfuckers was on the up and up, but it was some motherfuckers out there who would cheat. You feel me? The best advice I got for that, if a motherfucker do rub you, best advice for that is revenge. You know, I thought I was rubbed one time, couldn't prove it, and just caught their ass at another convention, bust they shit, killed them in front of everybody. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, shit, it's the name of the game.
Dog. You're talking about the dog, right? Graham?
Yeah.
The dog. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Just to be clear.
Yeah.
Just making sure his ass wasn't stepping out there that night.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I ain't kill nobody over no dog. Get that straight.
Yes, indeed. Rasta Man, let me see. Take him off mute. Rasta Man, you there? I think you froze up, brother. Rasta Man might be going to a bad area. Let me see.
Okay.
Yeah, he's going to a bad area. He'll be back. All right. Let me get to this quick. Oh, wait a minute. We got somebody in the super chat. Salute to Mr. Kilroy in the super chat with the 20-piece chicken nugget. Appreciate the support, man. He says, Bakri, how good was Crusher?
Well, Crusher came with that Rick Rude package me and Pat did. I sent Rick to him after I won Best in Show, and he sent me 2 dogs and free breeds to Rick as long as Rick was alive, right? Crusher had just won in short order, put a motherfucker to sleep in Mexico when I got him. He was already a one-time winner. Back then, we talking about 1990. Fat Bill had asked me, did I have something that I like at that weight, because the Cottinghams called him out. And I said, yeah, I got a one-timer, you know. He killed a motherfucker in the chest in short order. He should be able to handle the trick. And his Rick Rude's half brother, they got the same mom, except no regrets as his daddy, Cheryl T's his mother. So he hooked it. They went on and hooked it for the pig picking back in, I think, like 90, 91, somewhere like that. And, you know, the Connie, you know, was talking shit about, for some reason they thought we was bringing Tyrone, because I think we did at 41. And said, no, we got something else, you know, at 41. And they got out on us for the first like 17 minutes. They was fucking us up. And then we got to his bottom jaw and curved him out at 19 minutes. And so he was a bulldog. I'm not gonna say like Bill to say he wasn't no bad motherfucker that we was using, but he was a solid bulldog. And then I sold him to a person, may rest in peace, in Baltimore, and they rolled the fuck out of him. He just stopped a whole bunch of motherfuckers, but he never did get him for the championship. But he was a bulldog. That's what I can tell you. 100 and was throwing and threw some good bulldogs as well.
That's what's up. Yes, sir. Let me see here. Another question for you, Bak. This for Ram and Bak says, for Ram and Bakri, could Ram go into detail about how Red Jack was bred, and how can they go into detail about memorable roles of Red Jack and Rick Rude? So I'll start with you, Ram.
Start with Bach, bro. You called me eating again.
Go ahead,
Go ahead. Well, like I said, Rick, I rolled the motherfucker like 17 times. So, only roll he lost, and I had to pick him up in less than a minute because he looked. I ain't gonna lie that he was about to either quit or die of fucking faint. I put Tyrone on him just to see how good he was because I was fucking up shit 15 pounds heavier. And of course, Tyrone was the bigger dog. Of course, at 41, Rick was going out at 34, 35. And I put Tyrone on him, and shit, Tyrone hit that motherfucker in the chest. Rick looked at me like, bitch, if you do not take this motherfucker off me, I'm about to leave this motherfucker. So I hurried up and took Tyrone off. And but all the rest of the motherfuckers, he just demolished. And he won in 19 minutes, took best in show at a big convention. So he did good in his roles. I mean, I give one particular joint. I said this at one in another hookup we did. It was a dog that was fucking up shit. He was like 15 pounds heavier. But the guy who I had let Rick breed to, he was one of my buddies, and Rick wouldn't fight no female. So he was telling me, man, I don't know, man. I won't even let my bitch breed to Rick. I said, why you say that? He said, man, my bitch in there beating on Rick in the. I'm like, what you mean beating? He's like, oh, I got them together. I said, what type of amateur shit? You got them in a fucking kennel together? The fuck? So I said, I tell you what, man, I'm coming to get my shit, man. So I come get Rick. So his dog ended up becoming a champion, but he was about to put him to sleep. I end up saying, no, let me sell him. I sold it to a dude. They made champion with him. He was a good dog. Make a long story short, he we was rolling like about 8 dogs this particular morning. So I already told the people when he get over there, I want to bust his ass with Rick, with his dog, Mike. This a bad motherfucker. Bred similar to Tyrone off the same shit, Paladin. This was, matter of fact, this was off of Don Broke, Tyrone's father type, inbred Tyrone's father breed. So he was fucking shit up. So we get to the roll. Now it's his turn to annoy Mike. So I said, hey, I got one. He said, bet. So when I pull Rick out, he's like, man, I ain't put my dog on that dog. And I said, why? He said, man, first of all, he's too little. I said, well, shit, let that be on me. Don't you worry about the motherfucker's safety and welfare of this motherfucker. That's my job. I said, if he's too much dog, then I'll pick him up. So after, the motherfuckers was like, because they was wanting, because he never seen Rick fight. So he was like, all right, man. He was like, man, shit. Make a long story short, Rick grabbed that motherfucker and word released his dog, threw that motherfucker around like a dish rag. And he went to pull out his joint to do him right in the joint. I said, oh, don't do that. Why are you doing that? He was like, man, this motherfucker, man. And I was like, hey, man, I got somebody to buy this dog, bro. I said, don't do that. And Rick just beat his ass for 15 minutes. He never got one hold. So, like I said, Rick was terrible. He was a nice ass head dog. Very smart. Hello?
Go ahead, Ram.
All right. What's the question now?
How was Red Jack bred?
Oh, Red Jack, he was off of goddamn champion Jake the Snake, 3-time winner. He was down from Lockjaw's Booger. And I think Lockjaw's Midnight. I ain't looked at the pet in a minute. That was his top side for Jake the Snake, and his bottom side was Fancy Boys Polly, and she was off of Lou Kane to a bitch named Peaches 6, I believe. Peaches, I remember her name was Peaches. So he was, a double termite on the top, inbred, then some Mayday shit on the bottom, bred to some REDBOY shit with a small quarter out of some Jeep in there on his bottom side. That Paw dog bred to a dog named Aggie, and she had some of the tab in there, and then, they bring the Jeep along with it and some Hunter Red shit as far as his breeding goes. So he bred pretty good, REDBOY JOCKO dog with a little bit of Jeep.
What?
And as far as his schooling went, that motherfucker, he killed everything, bro. Like, motherfucker he was so big and so strong. He was just a retarded strong dog, man. And he hit you in your brisket and one shot your ass. He had a terrible mouth, bro. Like, so he killed, like,
you
Yonkers the only one who survived Red Jack. Everything else he killed, bro. And we fucking put 6 dogs on him and he knocked them all back so fast. We finally said, fuck it and do them, because then nobody want to keep schooling they shit on him getting it killed. We wasn't doing it no more. Like, you killing our good dogs on the yard. Well, fucking wait a minute. So as we just went and did him, he really wasn't even schooled out, but that's neither here nor there. He didn't need no school. He was a killer. You feel me? It just,
Right.
if he'd have had, I think if he'd had some schooling and was accustomed to some type of style, something being on his face, you know, he could figure out how to get it out. We might have got Yonkers, but he was just one track. He was a one track dog. I'm gonna get in there, I'm gonna rough you up, and I'm gonna kill you, and then we gonna go home. That was his whole style. Just a big old brute. He was like 65 on the chain, you know. Him and Yonkers, them 2 big motherfuckers hit. It was a heavyweight motherfucking bout on the cracking in the old school COLBY box out there at Howard Hines, old place.
Yes,
But yeah,
sir.
Red Jack, he was a killer and he bred second to none. He went on to be a good producer after we sold him to the homeboy IMK. Angel, rest in peace. That was a good dude. But he was more user friendly. He had access to different people he was cool with who had different bitches to breed Red Jack too. So yeah, he went on and took him to make him a POR dog, man. He produced a lot of good dogs. Champion Sandstorm, Champion Dude, and a couple other real good notable dogs that I won't speak of because people probably still using them.
What'd they go at? 51, 53 or something like that?
Yeah, well, we went at 53.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, there was
No,
some
he was
big
a big dog,
motherfuckers, and they
Yonko.
was fighting like little dogs. They
Yeah.
went a little over an hour. It was a good one, you know. For what it was a lot of anticipation and shit. I gained a lot of respect for Roque and the DNA or the DNK camp.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, he's a good
Yes, sir. Salute to Blacklist Kennels in the super chat. Appreciate the support. He says Blacklist Kennels coming through, showing love to the legendary panel. Love the show, guys. Salute to you, man. Thank you.
Salute to the good brother.
Thank you.
Salute to the good brother.
Yeah, the next question for Boom. Boom having some connection issues though. He moving around. Give him a second. Give him a quick second.
Oh damn! I forgot to change my pick. I ain't want to have Loma up here crying. That was from earlier when we was trolling all the sore losers.
What's up, Live Life Real? What it do, homie?
Live life. Yeah. I collected them, bro. You see that shit? Motherfucking just been sitting there. Goddamn. With the old dog shit, bro.
That's what's up. Yeah, well, Ram, why don't you go ahead and give us a quick disclaimer. Matter of fact, before you do that, let me put the ads up here. Maybe Boone will come back in by the time we get done. Make sure y'all go check out Roster Man and these bowls, man. Them Roster Man. I tried to tell him he should call them Boom Bowls. He want to call them Roster Man.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Boom Bowls. You didn't want to ask that last question?
Yeah, that's for Roster Man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the last question is for Roster Man. But I'll ask you if you know anything about the litter mates, Mr. Garcia. Do you know anything about the litter mates of JOCKO?
Yeah. Yeah, Apple was one. She was a 2-time winner, 1-time loser, I think. Champion Argo.
Yep.
He was a 4-time winner. He lost to Thrift Champion Bumper. It's interesting. I wanted to mention this because, and this is not derogatory. It's just how things go sometimes, right? JOCKO pretty much, and people talk about traveling and all that. Important. Go here, go there. And I'm gonna get to a point here. JOCKO pretty much fought in his house, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And who bred him? Was it Bob Rass who made that breeding?
Ross, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. It wasn't like a plant. It's just 2 dogs that Rast had. You know, they were good dogs. He put them together. JOCKO's litter. you know, JOCKO beat a champion. I think it was champion Brood or something like that. One of his wins. He fought from 45.5 to 48. His littermates, all they were winners, but all of them lost. His mother lost to Molly B, I think. And the point is this: from that small, tiny area where JOCKO didn't really leave his area, you got worldwide bloodline, you know, which happens. It's real popular, you know, and it's got a history of winners behind him. His daddy was a 4-time winner, you know, and it's kind of like, you know, it wasn't like all this scientific breeding method. It's just a guy got 2 good dogs. He put them together. Boom, you get this litter that winners. And then JOCKO went worldwide after that, you know, which can happen. And I guess that's the point. But they went into good competition, you know. Bumper was off of Art. And I'm not sure what the breeding was on the bottom side. Stuff I don't recognize. But they all was busy. All that whole litter, you know, won, and some of them lost. And JOCKO never lost, had a good record. But from that tiny area of, you know, not no scientific stuff, not no planned stuff, you know, good breeding behind it and all that, you have dogs that were all over the place, man, which can happen.
What kind of dog was JOCKO's mother?
Well, the you know, Hank, his sire reportedly was a stifle dog, and that's reportedly what JOCKO was too. So he might have got that from his sire, you know. A lot of them dogs fought the stifle. I remember Boyles telling me that's where Argo tried to go to, but Bumper was too fast for him, you know. He really couldn't get back there. And I don't know about Apple. I don't know about the mama. But that stuff generally is rough. You know, they're not dumb per se, but they rough. They like to go to the back end, you know.
Right.
And I never really did see a lot of like REDBOY JOCKO stuff. But if they do go to the back end, I would say that's where it's coming from, you know.
And I seen a whole
Chinaman stuff. Yeah, kind of like Chinaman stuff. I seen a bunch of them. Not a lot of them went to the back end like he did, but some did. And you know that's where it's coming from, because they'll go right up to the belly, man, right up the middle. And
yeah,
you know
that's how my champion
over.
old dog was. He looked just like JOCKO. He'll fucking eviscerate your shit, man. Shred you up in that back end. Buddy would kill you in the chest too if he could get you there, or finish you in the throat. But
yeah.
What's y'all opinion on Niggerino? Even if he didn't make a courtesy scratch, would you still keep him?
I don't know. I didn't really hang with it. That was our competition, so.
Facts. Fuck them.
Yeah.
The Niggerino cross with the Stompanato was a deadly ass cross. Okay. Stompanato Niggerino dogs was deadly. Also,
as far as style, the ones I seen, they were good on the muzzle, man, and they go to the back end.
Hey, and also,
you know,
y'all used that Niggerino Bolio cross in California a lot, and it was good.
They did, yeah, they did.
Yeah, and the Niggerino alligator cross with Miss Prince, that was some good shit up there out the Bay Area.
Yeah,
it was real good dog.
I talked to his conditioner. At the show we had, you know, but I didn't ask him about the courtesy scratch stuff, you know. But maybe next time I will see what happens, see if it's true or not, you know. But I just asked him, you conditioned Niggerino? You say, yeah, I conditioned him his last match. He was a 6-time winner.
Yeah, the guy out of Vegas.
Yeah. Good
he was
people,
at the
man.
last show.
At the confirmation show, yeah.
Damn, man, I ain't seen that. I love that dude, man. I got a lot of game from him.
He was at the one you were at too.
Where was he at?
He was over there with Vince.
Damn.
With Vince and
oh yeah, they was over there at the old folks table.
Yeah, right. Yeah. he's got kind of gray hair now. He's tall, getting up there, but yeah, he did some good dogs. You know, it's like Stinson. I never asked him about what happened. You know, with with Homer and Grand Champion Angus and all that. But I'm gonna ask him next time I talk to him. I want to hear his side. You know, what really happened with Angus? You know, was it Angus with Ruby? You know, because she was in heat, or you know, what was Homer weak like everybody said? You know, I'm gonna ask him.
Or some males just won't fight a bitch. Red Jack could get his ass kicked by a bitch, and he will kill anything, puppies and all. But if it was pussy on the line, it didn't matter. He'd take ass whooping.
He had already bred to her. They got some winners out of that. He had already bred to her, so he knew her. So the consensus is he went up there because he knew her, and you know he was going to breed to her, and she fucked him up. But I just want to hear it from him.
Right. Salute to Sir Scrooge in the super chat. Appreciate the support, man. He says sign up for the Patreon. That's a fact, man. Matter of fact, let me put that Patreon link in the chat.
Yeah.
So it won't be
Thank you, Sir Scrooge.
Hey, the Miami. Let me ask this question: is Heat winning tonight or Boston? My goddamn Lakers. My Lakers, goddamn, got their ass kicked last night, but I'm proud of them motherfuckers. God damn it, for the be a 2-10 starting team to get into the motherfucking Western Conference, I don't give two fucks. I was very pleased at what they was able to do, and I'm also going with goddamn Miami to win they shit. Ain't nobody fucking with Jimmy Butler, the hardest core motherfucking basketball player in the league by far.
That motherfucker Jimmy Butler is a monster, man. That is a
monster, bro.
Playoff machine. This motherfucker turned up. Straight bulldog, man.
That's because he don't never cut his hair.
Samson.
I mean,
yep.
And he missing two key players. I mean, this not playing on their team. He willing the motherfuckers from they barely made the play in. Came from the 8th. I mean, shit. I mean, I got to get him. I got to get Jimmy Butler. I can't believe the Sixers let that motherfucker walk. Worried about keeping Ben Simmons instead.
Yeah, trash ass Ben Simmons.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
They don't even watch basketball, but if your name Ben Simmons, you probably is trash. That's a pretty trash ass name.
Yeah, Ben Simmons is super trash. But yeah, the Lakers they did all right this year though. They did good. They in all these games. They just ain't got no closing ability right now.
That bitch ass D'Angelo Russell soft ass. He can't. This motherfucker folding like a launch. If he would just give these motherfuckers 15 points, they could probably be 3-0. But this bitch can't make a shot all of a sudden. So they need to let that. They need to send his whole ass back like they sent him the first time for fucking telling on his own teammate.
Oh, was him. That was him who snitched.
Yeah. With his bitch ass. Went and fucked up shit with Swaggy. Fucking telling Swaggy P's woman on him and shit.
Yeah, he recorded him. He recorded him. Yeah, I remember that shit. Sneaky ass. Yeah, but let me take a quick brief intermission commercial break.
Hello everyone, Skull Baby here. I'm super excited to share our newest installment of Dogman History, Dogs, Dogmen, and Bloodlines. We've just done a full restock and we can't wait to share everything from our home to yours.
Indeed. Make sure y'all go hit up Schoolboy, man, and grab that book. Make sure y'all register your dogs with Schoolboy Registry. Ram, why don't you go ahead and give us a disclaimer, brother?
Hey, man, as always, none of this shit is intended for, nor should it be used towards any illegal purposes or activities. If you is using it for that shit, man, just shut the fuck up, keep it to yourself. You didn't get none of that shit from here. We already doing over what's going to happen if you do say you got it from here, and that involve you, the flow, and a knife, and somebody stabbing you down to the flow with the knife. Other than that, tomorrow, Monday, man, you already know what I'm going to say. Soon as you cut loose, scratch hard as fuck into that motherfucker. Make him not want to scratch back into you. Be great this week, man. Learn some new words. Fuck these birds. If a bitch ain't patting your palm, move the bitch along. You dig?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, man. Salute to the panel, man. In the chat.
Much
Thank
love.
the chat
Much
for
love.
y'all being here this Sunday. Make sure y'all smash that like button on the way out. Check out the Patreon. The link to the Patreon is in the chat right now. Make sure y'all go check it out if you're not already over there. We got another Patreon show coming up this Thursday, so make sure y'all be there.
Oh, hey, before you go, did you ever get in contact with the good brother? Are you gonna make a video so he can drop that knowledge on him about those old? You did speak to him?
Yeah, I did speak to him. Yeah, I did, and yeah, we're gonna interview him and put that out. He got a lot of good stories, so y'all be on the lookout. I'm gonna put that on Patreon. So y'all
and we want to support. We want to thank again, man. We got some beautiful brothers that's on that Patreon, man. We definitely want to say we appreciate the support and love that we got, man. It's growing and growing and growing. So we really, again, want to show, we definitely appreciate y'all.
Hell yeah, if you ain't over there, y'all missing out, man. If you like this shit, you gonna love that shit over there, bro. I'm telling you.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, man. I definitely appreciate y'all that went over to the Patreon, man. It's epic. It's getting bigger and bigger every week. So make sure y'all get over there and check it out, man. And
hey, White Chocolate, salute to your bro for winning that 200-meter Bermuda Pan Grand Prix race. That's dope, bro. Salute to you and your bro.
Okay.
Y'all brought it home. Hell yeah. Get some celebration pussy now.
All right, y'all. We'll catch y'all next Sunday, man. And for the Patreon members, we'll see y'all on Thursday. All right, peace.
All right, peace.
Salute.